Melanie Ricker. I'm a senior from Corning, Arkansas. I'm majoring in financial management and banking with minors in accounting, financial wealth management, and marketing. When I started at A-State, I thought I wanted to be an accountant, but as my majors and plans shifted, I leaned more towards financial planning, and now after working with students for a couple of years, I think I want to work in a university setting. So I've applied to the A-State Online Master of Public Administration program with the nonprofit track, and I plan on doing that for the next 2 years while I work with Scarlett to Black. SGB started in April 2018, and Dr. Tu was doing everything by himself, and he decided that he needed some help and he wanted to hire some student workers. So he approached me about it the end of 2018, early 2019, because he was looking for funding to fund some student workers, and asked if I would be interested. And I was really nervous about it at first because I wasn't very confident, and it was only my second year, but we talked more about it, and he was able to get the funding, so I was funded along with 3 other students. In the summer of 2019, we partnered with Global Initiatives to work for the Global Youth Academy. So students from Peru and Vietnam came in. We were in charge of teaching them about creating their own business and running their own business, and we focused mostly on the topics of budgeting, leadership, teamwork, and it was a lot of fun working with those kids. So for 2019-2020 school year, myself and the 3 other student workers, we decided to share responsibilities for the workshops. So we'd all create them together, but we would take turns leading the workshops. And they were in person, we held them in the union, and they cover topics such as budgeting, identity theft, investment basics, free stuff on campus, preparing for next year, like budgeting and picking out their housing and their meal plans and how to find that information. In the fall, we presented to FBLA students at their FBLA conference at East Central Community College in Mississippi, and that was a lot of fun. So in February 2020, I was able to present with Alexis Leonard, one of the other student workers, at the 39th annual conference of the First Year Experience in Washington, D.C. And this was such an amazing experience. We were able to talk to educators all across the nation and talk to them about our program. And we also, through the different workshops and poster presentations, we were able to pick up some tips and tricks to bring back to our Red Wolves. We were also accepted to present at the 2020 National Conference on Undergraduate Research in Bozeman, Montana, but unfortunately that was canceled due to COVID. Our research was about the significance of familial relationships on a student's financial literacy. So we wanted to know if their parents or their sibling, if their education had an impact on the financial actions of the student. And unfortunately, we weren't able to present at Incur that year, but we were able to present virtually for Creative State. After the shift online, I created a YouTube channel for us so that we could wrap up our last few workshops and post them online since we couldn't be in person anymore. And then over the summer, I worked with Alexis to call businesses for another research project to see how readily available fresh fruit and vegetables were to our students, and we're still working on that. We were also able to partner with Hope Credit Union to create presentations for Alabama State University, and these presentations were very similar to the ones that we had for our workshops, our in-person workshops at A-State, and we were just able to help that school with them. So for the 2020-2021 school year, we were able to grow our team with more support, and we all had more specified jobs. So instead of everyone doing everything, we more have our specialties now. And I am specifically responsible for marketing, assessment, and our blog, and I also offer peer-to-peer counseling. So for the last few weeks, while our technology and audiovisual person has shifted into a new job, I've taken over that responsibility as well. I also I try to help out wherever I can and be a part of all of it because I really like our program and I really like to know what's going on. So I look over the materials for the workshops before they record them, and I also sometimes help plan activities for the house students. And then for this year's presentations, Alexis and I were able to present virtually for Incur 2021 at home, actually earlier this week. So that was a lot of fun. I think that my work, I guess, goes above and beyond because I try to be involved with all aspects of it. Also, we added our blog later into the semester. It was after the first couple of workshops, and I volunteered to do that. I think it's really important to cater to as many learning styles as we can. Some people are visual learners. That's why we have our recorded workshops. They can look and see what we're doing. And some people are audio learners, so that's why we have our podcast. They can hear about it, listen to it. And some people are readers, and now they can read our blog to learn about our material. I also took over the workshop, podcast, interviews, all those video and audio editing, as I said before, as our technology and audiovisual person transitions into a different job. I do that now. I was really nervous about it in the beginning because I didn't have a lot of experience with technology and audiovisual editing and stuff, but I really enjoy it now, and I'm glad that that's one of my responsibilities. I was also included on the big Access Lex grant that we just received last month. That was very exciting. We've been stressing about that grant for a while, and we've been tentatively planning out next year, but now we will actually get to firm up those plans and solidify them. That grant will let us work on a project that will focus on the impact that peer-led and initiated behavioral nudges will have on the financial wellness goals of our first-year college students, and we'll get to do that for the next 2 years. I think STB as a whole is interdisciplinary, but specifically what I do, I work with written communication. I handle our social media, and I write our blog posts, and I also communicate with different people on campus, people from different schools, students, educators, professionals, all of it. I'm a marketing minor. I get to use those skills to run our social media and create our graphics. I'm also a finance major, and I've taken a couple of statistics class, so I use that on the assessment side of things. And now I get to work on my technology and audiovisual skills because I'm in charge of editing. So STB is definitely service-oriented. The whole goal is to help our Red Wolves. We want them to make smart financial actions, and we want them to be financially well. The leading cause for students to drop out is poor financial actions, poor financial wellness, and we want to keep our Red Wolves in school. We think that's very important, and I'm glad that we are helping in any way that we can. And I also think our program is definitely scholarly focused because we do a lot of research. We are always looking for new ways to improve the program and the financial wellness of our students, whether this is learning through previous research papers or going to different conferences or conducting our own research through surveys and interviews and stuff like that. I think it's definitely scholarly focused. So for the tangible outcome, personally, my best experience was definitely the FYE conference. We were able to share about our program, and Dr. Tu was there with us, but he really encouraged me and Alexis to do all the talking, and we even got some interested educators from different schools contacting us asking how they can start up their own financial literacy program. So I think that is very good and very cool. But definitely, I think the greatest outcome has been that Access Lex grant. That is so huge, and I cannot wait to start working on the project. So this program has definitely allowed me to make a connection between academics and experience. Like I said before, I'm a finance major, marketing minor, financial literacy minor, and I get to work with financial literacy, counseling, peer financial counseling, and I get to handle all of our social media. So I think that definitely is a connection, and what I'm learning in school is definitely helping me help the program.